Pickle Comedy Club. This is Relish the Moment. Okay, this is open mic with a panel. So we basically have open micers come up, they do their 5 minutes, and we ask them questions about who they are, where they're from, stuff like that. And then these are co-hosts for today. Our usual co-host is not here, he's in Mexico. But yeah, so you guys want to introduce yourselves?
Hello, I am Levy Men.
Not you. You gotta leave it up there.
Not me.
Yeah, go for it.
I am Levy Men. Thank you for moving this area, yeah. I don't know what I'm supposed to introduce. I'm a stand-up comedian. And I will be a part of the panel. I didn't plan an introduction. I'm also trying to be an actor. I'm Jewish, bisexual. Let's see what other important facts about me. Yeah, no, that's really all I am. I'm Jewish and bisexual and a comedian. That's what I live by. So yeah.
Nice. I'm Jared Carter. I'm going to try my best to ask you guys relevant questions because I feel like it's going to be difficult, but I'm going to try my best. So I'm going to listen to your whole set, and then I'm going to ask you questions as if this is like some type of class that you could earn credits for, but there's no credits to be earned, just this. So do your best.
And I'm Walter, the producer. Alright, I've been hosting this for a little bit. Yeah, hopefully more people show up because sometimes this happens and sometimes it doesn't happen. Right, Marcos is like house regular right here since like week 3. We've been doing this for like 3 months now, something like that. But yeah, hell yeah. So you want to kick it off since you're new?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Let's go. Yeah.
Be more prepared. Alright. Recently I just got bad news. My friend told me that he paid for a hand job the same price that I paid for a haircut. And it's forced me to reevaluate my relationship with my barber. What can I get that guy to do now, you know? Like, I don't know about you, but the only reason why I even get a haircut is to find someone who thinks I'm cute enough to give me a hand job. You know? I feel like I just cut out the middleman. See, my barber will jerk me, you know, like, I really like hand stuff. It's my favorite kind of stuff at the moment. Let's see, I can never remember my material. I wrote it. Believe it or not. I just feel like he's getting way more out of $45 than I am, you know? I've spent $45 on plenty of bad haircuts. I've never once gotten a bad hand job. I love hand jobs. You know, I feel like the barber is already like a pretty intimate place, you know? It's the only place I can feel a dick on my shoulder. Or like graze me. I don't know, I just feel like the barber has too much autonomy over my body, you know? I'm sitting down in the chair, he lifts me up, bends me back, and stares at me intimately with intentioned hands. My girl has never done that to me, not once. No girl has ever done that to me, you know? Man, I don't even call it my girl anymore, I just call it my barber. I guess this is less of a joke and more of a straight guy who just really wants to fuck his barber. I don't know. maybe I have a barber fetish. I don't know. They got all those liquids back there. It's going to waste. Like, he's lubing up my scalp, but like, he's lubing up the wrong head, you know? Go a little further down. That's what I'm trying to say. Whatever. It's all right though. I'm pretty young. I'm 24. I turned 25 this year. I'm a bit worried though because this is the year that my frontal cortex is going to cement itself. I'm going to become the man that I'm supposed to be for the rest of my life. So to prepare, I've just been smoking hella weed, watching history documentaries on 4 times speed. Trying to catch up, y'all. I don't know. I haven't really learned much. The only thing that I've learned is that history books are never actually buff, and that I dress like the only playable black character in a skateboarding video game. So lots to learn still. Usually in my 7 that was good. This is more. Right now I'm unemployed and sad. I'm unemployed and depressed. I actually do have depression. And now my Instagram ads are only for paid clinical trials. And even they won't hire me. Even they won't pick me. I still haven't gotten a call back. Like, am I not depressed enough? I don't know. I even went to school, I went to college. So as a 4-year college, I'm like, I should be able to get a job, I guess it was my fault when it was, time to pick a major and I chose major depression disorder, That's on me. I mean, that's really all I just started. This was all I've been doing so far. Let's see what else.
Wait, he turned off that fan that fucked with your whole cadence, huh?
Low key.
Yeah.
Right
Fan
now,
was nice.
right now, my freezer in my house, like one of the rotors, I think is stuck. So it's just the loudest thing. It's like louder than my my washing machine would be. But at least my washing machine is like washing my clothes. Like, I don't really have anything in my freezer for it to be that loud. So I can't unplug it because it's attached to my fridge, and I need like my milk, I guess. And also I was afraid that it was so, because we have thin walls in my room. I was afraid that other people were hearing it, so I stepped outside and I shut my door. You can't really hear it, so it's just me suffering. At first I was worried, I was like, maybe someone else will hear this and they'll report me or something. I was scared, but I kind of wanted other people to hear it just so I didn't have to be alone, suffering, I don't want to call like the soup or anything. I just don't want some guy in my house, when I'm not there, and I don't know. It just seems like more problems if I do something about it. So that's why I'm here right now, so I don't have to be at home listening to that fucking for like fucking 30 minutes straight. Can't even hear myself think. I guess that's better. I don't know.
Does it have an ice maker?
No.
So it's just fucked.
It's just the rotor.
That's fucked.
It's like complete. It's just literally just like a cold box,
Can you sleep?
Yeah, I luckily don't live in a studio, so I just close the door.
Oh, okay.
Like if I lived in a studio, I'd be fucked.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to sleep, I don't think.
All right, got 20 more seconds. You want to close the joke? You got one?
I already did my closer. I'll do some one-liners. I'll do some one-liners. I think I make a bad Ghostbuster because usually I bust and I ghost her.
That's a good one.
I was talking about my friend who paid for that hand job. I just think it's bad that that I go to my barber and I tap to pay and he pays to tap. Not as good. I don't want to end on such a bad joke. Okay, here's a good one. Here's not a good one, but I'll say it. I've been dating recently. I text back fast. I want to be a good dater, so I text back fast. So I consider myself a first responder. That's what
That's a pretty solid set, man. What was your name again?
I'm Drew.
Drew. Nice to meet you, Drew.
Nice to meet you.
It's called, you just started stand-up?
This year.
This year? First year? Me too. Actually, yeah.
Where does this guy getting $45 hand jobs at? Because is he getting a massage too, or is it just straight up a $45 hand job?
He's $45 with a condom.
With a condom hand job?
That's a crazy good
Have you ever had a haircut in Thailand?
No.
Because I feel like that's where you'll get a happy ending with the.
Wait, we can't just skip past this. She makes him wear a condom while she's jacking him off?
I think that's what he said, yeah.
Why?
Crazy.
For just to collect the semen when it comes? Is she afraid of shooters?
It was in his car, I think. I think they went to his back seat or something.
Oh,
and then,
So was the condom his choice?
No, I think it's her choice. I think it's for her safety.
It was for like semen retention?
Oh.
I think it just
I thought-
was like,
I thought this was like a massage parlor. This is like.
Yeah, I thought this was like a $45 because I've been to a rub and tug before.
right, those are
This is
really,
expensive.
Rub and tugs are common, but they're not $45. They're usually like 60 to 80, dropping some inside knowledge on you guys.
right, exactly.
Yeah.
Does she think her hand is gonna get chlamydia?
I don't really know how STDs work, so I just assume like maybe it's in the air. I
This
don't
is a
know.
product of the American school system. You don't know how STDs work.
They didn't teach me anything. They just said practice abstinence. Don't have sex.
Oh, fuck. Were you like, are you from Texas or
I'm
something?
from Georgia, yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
So it's
yeah.
like they don't really teach you
You're
anything.
too
Like,
smooth to be like an LA guy.
No, you can just jack off a cock. Like, you don't need a fucking condom. Like, you're not, your hand's not gonna get like
It's-
herpes or anything.
It's not airborne.
okay,
It's not. No,
perfect.
it's through sex.
Right.
That's why.
Just so you know, if she tries to pull that shit on you, be like, no condom. Like, this is $45 and you're just jerking me.
Again, it's
Yeah.
his friend, not him.
Maybe
Sure.
maybe it's like $60. Take off the condom. You know, maybe it's like a tiered
Ah.
list. You know, like I know.
$15 to take off the condom.
I don't know. I don't know what it would be, but you know, it's probably like
Okay, got it.
it's we're in America. It's capitalism. You know, so.
Capitalism.
I saw a girl. She was selling like her bath water and like she was selling her like underwear and socks.
Yeah, Belle Delphine. I know what you're talking
Oh
about.
yeah, she did that. She,
Yeah.
she like
Wait,
made
did
it
you actually
popular.
know that girl?
That girl, well, she like made it popular. Like,
Uh.
I saw a recent interview where she was like talking about it and like she changed her whole persona, her internet persona. And
How
stuff.
much was it, the water?
I don't know, but she was popular because she was selling
More than
thousands.
$45, I'll fucking tell you that.
She was selling big money, but you can sell like your underwear. But there's this girl, she was selling underwear, like if she wore for a day, it was one price, 2 days, it was a different price, 3 days, a different price. So it was like tiers in sex work.
Boom.
So your buddy, was he upset about the condom? Or how did he feel about
I
it?
think he was just happy.
Why did he tell you specifically about the condom? Did it come up at first or was he like, yeah, and she also made me wear a condom, you know?
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
I mean, the question was, how was your weekend? You know?
And he was just like, well, I got a hand job from her.
You know, he just likes to tell, he just likes to share, you know?
Also, I'm sorry, if you're willing to pay $45 for a hand job, you don't give a shit if there's a condom. You just want a fucking hand
No,
job.
I do. I give a fucking shit. If
gonna pay $45.
I'm paying $45 for a hand job, there better not be a fucking condom involved. Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
He's
it's
gonna
not a
pay
blowjob,
$45?
that's different.
I would just jerk myself off.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, I would save myself $45 and just find a nice video.
Right.
Jerk my cock off. You know what I'm saying?
You know, set the mood right, you can dim the lights, get some muscle relaxer, it makes you feel your hand, makes your hand.
Oh shit, you're a professional.
I never tried it, but I heard.
Yeah,
Was she at least hot?
I don't know. Yeah,
Let's switch topics.
Okay.
You're from Georgia?
I'm from Georgia.
Okay,
From
nice.
outside.
Why are you here in LA?
I moved here. My job moved me here when I was working.
Oh shit.
I used to live a really good life. I still kind of do, but
How do you feel about the reputation that like Atlanta people get?
Atlanta gets a good reputation. I feel like.
You feel like that? I feel like it is a little bit of a crazy reputation, yeah?
I feel like majority it's good. Well, because I feel like Atlanta's so old.
Yeah.
Too, and like, especially for like black people, it's like one of the first cities where black people could like gain capital and wealth and like have businesses and stuff. Like, and I come out here and I talk to the black people.
Well, besides Little Rock, but we don't talk about Little Rock, right?
Oh,
But,
right.
Yeah.
True, yeah. The massacre.
Yeah, that
Tulsa.
shit was crazy. Tulsa as well, yes.
Yeah.
I feel like I lived in Washington for 4 years, right? And everybody's talking shit about LA. Everybody's talking shit about California.
Right, yeah.
Everybody's like, it's the worst. I would never live there. But then if you're from here, you're like, it's fucking beautiful. It's amazing here, right?
Yeah,
So it's like, I feel like
that.
it's like Georgia too, or like Atlanta. It's like, oh, it's dirt, like, you know, there's a bunch of homeless and, you know, everybody left Atlanta basically. That's what I hear, right? So I'm like,
I don't
that's
hear
kind of
that at all.
negative. But you're actually there and it's like, it's nice, right? There's probably some good parts.
Yeah, I only hear positive things really. Like,
Yeah.
only negatives that Atlanta has probably are in every major, any major
Yeah.
city.
Yeah.
But like, there's not a lot of public transport for Atlanta, which you would think would be better for
That
a
sucks.
bigger city, a populated city.
Do you like that it became like the South Hollywood?
Of course, yeah, I
Like-
love that. Like, I went to Georgia State, which is downtown Atlanta. A bunch of films
Yeah.
were shot there. Like Bad Boys 2, Venom was shot there during when I was, in
Oh, that's
school.
it.
So I'll watch movies and I'm like, oh, that's campus.
Yeah.
You know?
That's super fun.
Nice. What were you doing for work?
I was I had a really nice job. I was in a rotational program, so I was just changing departments every 6 months for a span of 2 years.
That's a job?
Yeah, what is rotational program?
So it's usually for like entry levels, usually like right out of college, when they don't know where to put you. If it's like at a major company, they'll be like, okay, well, we'll let you just do like internships, pretty much essentially.
What was
like,
your job title?
It was literally just rotational program. They didn't give us a title.
That's crazy.
Did you feel as if like moving, because I'm guessing you had it, you said you were 24, so I'm guessing you had it between like 18 and 22. Would you feel like moving as a young adult, did that really like change your growth, evolution straight out of high school?
For sure, like I even moving downtown Atlanta, for me, I'm from like the suburbs. That was like kind of a big like I walk on USC's campus today and I get overwhelmed.
Wow, you're suburban.
Suburban, you can't hear that.
I heard it in a skate joke. I was like, all right, this dude grew up like alongside me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we were classmates. We were definitely classmates.
Oh, right now you're living by USC, around there.
No, I live around here in Cape Town.
Oh, cool. That's too easy.
Yeah, I walked.
Wow, nice. It's always good to have
It was-
locals.
It's kind of scary. I saw 2 rats on the way here. I saw like the like poverty side of Cape Town. Like I'm nearby like the cafes and the spas and stuff, all the nice stuff, the parks.
Yeah,
I came down here. It's like this
ghetto
is.
part for sure.
I saw an Italian store like for Italian clothes right over here, and everything's in Spanish. Who's that for?
Did you move for stand-up?
No,
cartel.
I work for work for the job.
Oh, right.
Why do you want to stand up, by the way?
Well, I am unemployed, so I have a lot of more free time. I figured it'd be. I also can't afford therapy now because I don't have the benefits that I had at my job. So I figured this would be good for like self growth. I can find my identity.
Yeah.
Are you on unemployment?
It's a long story.
Yeah.
I am on it, but I don't know how it works.
Okay, yeah. I was gonna say my best times of my life were on unemployment. I had a lot of fun on unemployment.
During COVID, dude?
Yeah, dude, I was goated during COVID.
I just figured out how like the EBT card works. Like,
Ooh, that's fun.
and now it's like a cheat code. Now I'm just getting all my groceries pretty much for free.
It's so great.
And I don't have to steal them anymore.
If you got the hot one, if you got the hot one, you could go to El Pollo Loco.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
I think you have to have kids.
Why is it either or?
The hot one's good.
They give me like a balance of money, but then I can only spend it on groceries. Like I walked into Fatburger or something.
Yeah.
Because it said they accept EBT, and they said, oh no, yours is only for groceries.
Yeah.
You got the snap.
The food one, well, the hot food one's for kids, like people with kids and stuff.
So because I'm an adult, I don't deserve hot food.
Just have some kids, bro. It's not hard, bro. It's the easiest shit I've ever done.
It is pretty easy.
All I did was nut in a bitch. You know what I'm saying? And like now I get SNAP benefits.
It's nice to meet you.
Thanks, nice to meet everyone.
Yeah, you're very funny, man. That was really cool stuff.
I appreciate
Your
it.
first year.
Good luck with the fridge.
Yeah, fuck that freezer.
Yeah, it sucks. Hopefully, someone will come fix it for me. Thanks.
While you're home.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, our next comic's the house regular. His name, he's a beast. Always funny. Marcos Calandrelli.
Yeah.
How are you guys? Are you going to do stand-up?
Yeah.
Are we?
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Come on.
I didn't know, but I'm ready.
Yeah, they want to hear you. Good job, man. So, I have a couple of new jokes. When I started doing stand-up, I was like trying to understand why I was doing this. So and then I learned if you want to have success, you should do it for yourself. Okay, so that's okay. English, you do it for yourself. And now that there's no audience here, I'm doing it for myself. Shit, yeah. So as you can see, guys, I have this accent. English is a difficult language for me. It's a difficult language, okay? The things that is most difficult for me are some words are really similar. Okay, for example, our group of people, an hour in my watch, hour, is exactly for me the same word, same word. The other day I heard this woman shouting, "Where are my beaches?" And I was like, you have to go west, past Santa Monica, and there you're gonna find your group of whore friends. Yeah. Yeah, they think that words are similar, it's confused. The other day I wanted to say, excuse me, and I end up saying, fuck you. It's not easy English, it's confusing. Yeah, they say Latin is a dead language. I would say my English is a dead language. Yeah. These are the new jokes that are not working. Yeah. Life is a shit show. Okay? And it's a show. Who is booking it? I want to be the opener. I'm sorry. I used to read minds, but now I'm old. I need a bigger font. I'm sorry. This is horrible. So I work in advertising. I was working in advertising because I don't have a job. They fucking fire me. That's true. Yeah, and I have problems because I present ideas that they didn't like. Okay, I have these ideas, amazing ideas for product placement. Product placement is you put some advertising where you don't expect it. Okay, so I had this idea, present this idea to the client, was to have a tattoo. You have a tattoo beside a vagina. Okay, and it says Glade, freshness when you need the most. No. I like that. But they didn't like it either, they fired me. Yeah. And they were saying, we had this client, there was a funeral home, it's called Dignity Funeral Home, and I presented to them this idea to have their logos in bullets. That's a good thing, because you take the bullet from a dead man and say, oh, you have a funeral. And they have like a poster in the roof of a casket. Okay, you have the inside roof, the ceiling of the casket, and you put there, it's like it's gonna be a poster that says, uncomfortable pillows the cloud, the forever pillow. Yeah, this is not working. I work in advertising, and I admire like these comedians that have been doing for 30 years, and they have these mental archives of jokes. They have thousands of jokes, and when a heckler shouts something, they have to grab one of the jokes and throw it. Like, this is amazing. I worked 25 years in advertising, and the only archive is advertising. A guy shouted me like, "You are not funny, I'm leaving." And I shout to him, "Just do it." Yeah. You suck, and I think different. You remember when Instagram started, 10 years ago, 15 years ago, everything was about food. Okay, food porn, and we were taking photos and hashtag food porn. I remember taking a photo of a salad and hashtagging like soft food porn. I took a photo of a wiener dog eating a hot dog, and I put mom and son porn food porn. Yeah. This is such a bad joke. I want to have a job that is fun. I want to have fun at my job. It's difficult, but there are some jobs that are fun. I think people that build airplanes are having fun every day because they are together and say, "Hey, what if we put the seats shorter? Yeah, closer. Yeah." Then they have some laugh. Yeah, they have so much fun. And they say, "Hey, why we don't put a button and that does nothing?" So people are start doing like that, and they cannot. Hey, let's build an airplane that doesn't work. Yeah. This joke doesn't work, but this one is horrible. This is gonna be so bad. I did this joke like 2 weeks ago, and it bombed so bad. It was emotional how bad it bombed. But I'm gonna do it again. So I want to talk about single moms. I think single moms are awesome. And people talk about single moms as failures. And it's true that, like, if you're a single mom, you're taking a kid and you have no husband, you're a failure, you have to, yeah, it's horrible. I think that the single mom, they do everything. They have to do everything. They have to cook, they have to take the kids to school, they have to do the homework, okay, they have to do the father's job. Like, they have to watch TV, they have to not cook, yeah. Even though fathers have the sperms, mothers have the balls. And I think this, I have a solution. I think if you're a father and you leave the mother like, with a child and you disappear, okay, the government should punish you. Yeah. And they should take the right of having kids by cutting your balls. I think the government should cut the method. You're a father, you don't pay child support, you abandon your kids, so the government goes and cut your balls. Yeah, so it takes you the right to have kids. I like that idea. Yeah. And I think that you should hang those balls in the doors of a strip club. Okay, so if a single father go to the strip club and see the balls there hanging, like, shit, I don't think I should be there, I'm gonna go to my house, try to find a job. But yeah. And we should, for example, if you have a truck and the government cut your balls, they should hang your balls in the back of your truck. You know they have the metal balls, okay, replace that with real balls. So yeah, so if you're driving and you see another truck with real balls in like that, oh shoot, I should give my wife some money, yeah.
All right. 5 minutes. All right, Marcus.
I'm sorry, guys.
How are you, Marcos?
Struggling, and you?
You know, you were here last Thursday, right? We did Latino night.
I was here on the
Killed,
Latino night, yes.
we killed Latino night. But yeah, it was really
It was
fresh
funny.
stuff.
Can I tell the story? We did a Latino night, okay? And we had, there were 25 people here. It was cool. Every comedian did their set in Spanish. But there were 3 people that didn't speak Spanish. So I did my set in English because of these 3 people, okay? And everybody looked like it was a traitor, right? It wasn't.
Are you not Italian? You're Italian or no?
A what?
Are you Italian?
Argentinian.
Argentina. I thought I heard someone say Italian. So this whole time,
Oh.
I love Argentina. Big Messi fan over here.
Nice, very good.
Where in Argentina are you from?
I'm from the south, it's in Patagonia. So Argentina is like kind of a long country.
Yeah.
Buenos Aires is in the center, and Patagonia is the south with mountains and snow, so I'm from there.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
When you say fathers can make the children, but mothers had the balls, I really like that. What did you mean by that?
I had to explain it. I can explain it. I think that it's a smart phrase, but it's not funny. So I need you to explain me why you are laughing, because I need to learn that why it's funny.
I don't know, man. I feel like there's a lot of girls with balls in Hollywood, and I feel like most importantly is, you know, if you like girls with balls, the most important thing for you to do is just to figure out, you know, how they can be your mommy. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I don't think girls with balls can be moms, but that's just, maybe they can be.
You
I
were
don't know.
literally there. I like it.
I don't know though, but you know,
That's not good, man.
the most important thing though, I think, is that, I don't know, man.
There's a beautiful thing.
I feel like, don't take this wrong, but I feel like you would do really good in Australia. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like you would kill in Australia.
Because people don't understand me
No.
at all.
No. Well, partly, but also just because I feel like you got good material. You know, like I feel like you actually have like your writing is good. You know?
Thank you.
Yeah.
I feel like you're saying, okay, you're really good, you should go to fuck yourself really far away, really far away, you're gonna have a lot of success.
No. Because people people in Hollywood, they want like a certain type of person, you know what I'm saying? But you're funny, you got good shit. Like I liked your writing. I thought that they were good one-liners.
So why Australia? Why can't you go to like Texas? That's a different
Because Australia, they got a good comedy scene. You ever seen like the Nelk Boys and all those motherfuckers down in Australia?
Yeah.
Yeah, and like they like characters down there. And he's a character. I think you're a character. I think you have like good you belong on like a sitcom or some shit, you know what I'm saying? Like in all general, I don't even mean this sounds like a backhanded compliment, but I swear to God it's not. Like I think that you got like good marketability, you know?
Yeah.
What TV show are you watching that you like Australia?
Well, all right. First off, I like a lot of the YouTube shit from Australia because I like how the Australians they're kind of just
Because
like
you have it in your mind. You are thinking of Australia.
no, because they say like cunt and shit. You know, they just get wild. They're like the fucking wallaby is fucking cunt. You know, and you're like shit. This is good shit. It's entertaining. You know, and you got that accent, but you got good writing too. Like your writing isn't like. You don't come off as if you're like, oh, I'm writing just some bullshit that no one can relate with. Like you have shit that people are actually like, oh, this is funny. Yeah, I can get on board with what he's saying. So I just wanted to say like, that's what I like about your set is that there's a lot of buying. There's a lot of points for you address the shit. You know, you don't just try to glaze over. You're good at reading the audience. You know?
I like the new stuff. Usually do like relationship stuff, and that's pretty like like. That's relatable, a lot of people like that. This is like new stuff, like it's more perspective wise. It's very good stuff. I like it.
The thing is, because he already saw me the material and everything, because of the English, I have to repeat the material so many times to actually understand what I'm saying. So as I explained, sometimes if I do the material for the first time, I'm stumbling through words, it's horrible. You have to go back and try to make an idea.
Yeah, I would say you can tell you practiced. Because and the fact is like I'm a native English speaker. So anytime someone can come up here and do comedy in a language that's not their native language, like all the props to you because that's just you're funny, you're effortlessly funny, and you're doing it in a language that's not even your original language. So
I'm gonna be honest with you. So I started doing stand-up during COVID.
Yeah.
Zoom and then started live comedy so I did all the time I did it in English. And I took advantage of that, so I started doing accent things and my perspective from an immigrant. And then 8 months ago, they invited me to do a show in Spanish, my first one in Spanish. And I sucked so bad. It was so good.
Yeah. You were used to doing it in English.
I was hearing my accent because Argentinian accent is very particular. Yeah. So we say, for example, rain in Spanish for Mexican is lluvia. You hear it's lluvia. But we in Argentina we say lluvia because the S and H is like shit. So I say, and I hear my own accent through the microphone, and I was like, it was like that. Yes, I was. People are laughing. My part. Yes, it's weird to hear your accent. Your own accent is horrible.
But I like the accent adds to it. Fits the comedy very well. Like, don't be scared of the accent.
No. I've been doing comedy for 5 years now.
So now you're used to
I do comedy every time, all the time. Now I don't care.
Yeah.
And I take advantage of that.
Okay, good. Are you planning on going? Are you trying to find another job in advertising, or are you just?
I don't know what I'm going to do.
You don't know yet.
EDD. EDD.
Shout out
Yeah.
Alright, that's helping a lot.
Shout out EBT, shout out all the government.
I have to read more about EBT. I don't know what's EBT.
Holding it down for a real motherfucker, hell yeah.
Yeah.
I love government programs.
Is there any advertisements that I've seen that you've made?
No. I used to be a good copywriter in Argentina. I had cool stuff, and then I moved here and I started working with Univision in Spanish and all that shit.
Wow.
So boom, my career went down. But yeah.
Are there any advertisements that we've seen that you pitched a different idea that they said no to?
That's a good question.
I think all of them.
every advertisement.
Every year. Because the process in advertising is you think of an idea, you get excited. Oh, this is amazing. You go to the client. The client says, yes, I like it. Let's do that. Okay, yes, the client approved it. So you go back and then the client calls you 2 days later. Okay, hey, let's do this. I like the idea of King Kong on the building. Take out the monkey. Let's use just the building. And then 6 months later, when you go to shoot, the thing is like completely different. It's a lady in the beach, it's like taking a beer. It's like, what the fuck?
No building. Yeah.
No. But I'm a loser. Every time it's the same.
Damn, that's terrible.
Yeah.
Did you ever watch Mad Men, the TV show?
I cannot watch
John
it.
Hamm?
No, I cannot watch
It's a really good show.
Yeah, I know. I start watching it like this. Like, when you work in something for 25 years, 30 years, and you watch it on TV, like this is not there.
PTSD?
It's like no, it's like the shows. I don't know if you saw like shows of stand-up. It's not. They are not real. They are not funny. They have mistakes. And this is not actually. So it gets. I feel like a Colombian watching Narcos. Like, this is not the story. You are changing the story to make it funny. It's exactly the same.
What was that Oscar film about Mexico? The one with the trans woman that was made by
I didn't watch
guy.
it. Watch it.
I watched part of it, but it was like not accurate at all. Is what I heard.
But she had balls. I like it.
That's a mommy with balls right there.
But you know what's a metaphor? No, I was telling a metaphor.
Oh yeah, she's got cojones. I get what you're saying. She's got
No,
balls.
because I thought I was one.
No, I mean, there's both. There's, there's the metaphors, and then there's really mommies with balls, so.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, you gotta be careful, Fucking, it's Hollywood.
Yeah, I know. I got tricked before.
You got tricked before. Wait, hold up.
Hey, you are not a lady. Come on.
I could date a girl, but just if she had a smaller cock than me,
They circumcised her vagina.
Oh shit.
You have any closing comments?
And he also no. I want to see you guys. Yeah. I suffer. I want you to suffer.
They didn't know they were
Yeah, all right,
so
yeah.
I'll take this off, and then you
It's off?
guys can go.
Do we talk to you afterwards?
Yeah, let's do it.
Alright, you want me to go up there? I'll go up there right now.
Oh, well, I'll kick it off, and then you go next.
No, it's okay. I got you. I'll go.
You want reverse?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Alright.
Let's see what
Yeah, what's up, guys? I'm Jared Carter. Isn't it weird that the panel had more people than the audience? You know what I'm saying? Like, doesn't that kind of illegitimize anything we have to say when there's like, I don't know. And then the dog walking outside didn't help us at all. We're trying to be critical to you guys, and it's like, motherfucker, there's less of you than there is of us, That's okay though. Oh, fuck. I feel like my 10-year financial plan right now is like some type of like police assisted suicide, Like, because like best case scenario, or worst case scenario, I guess, is like they shoot me and I get some type of settlement because it's wrongful, you know what I'm saying? Like, which statistically I have a good chance of. But best case scenario, I'm just fucking dead, and like I don't have to deal with any of this mess. Like the other day, I got this alert on my phone. Do you guys ever get this? It said that my identity was at risk of being compromised. Like I was experiencing identity theft from my bank accounts. And I was like, fucking, hopefully they'll do better with it than I've been doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe they'll turn this ship around. You know what I'm saying? Like, good job inheriting that minus $46 from Bank of America, That overcharge fucking late fee that you've inherited from stealing my account. I don't know. I don't know. There's not really a lot of good things going on in my life. I'm so broke right now that I'm eating Jack in the Box tacos sober. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've had 2 tacos for $1, and I've been like stone-faced sober eating them. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not supposed to do that. That's the last resort. That's like, basically I'm eating like a prisoner of war. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm so poor that people under the Geneva Convention eat better than I do. You know what I'm saying? Straight up hostages eat better than I do. I have like the nutritional level of like a 75-year-old Japanese shut-in, you know what I'm saying? Who just doesn't leave their apartment and eventually just becomes like a black spot on their fucking yoga mat, you know what I'm saying? Alright, it's a big issue in Japan. A lot of their old people are just dying, you know? Alright. I don't know, did you guys not realize? I watch Vice News, okay? I'm a fucking woke liberal. What the fuck are you talking about? You know, I jerk off to porn. What the fuck are you talking about, you know? All types of porn, you know? I'm fucking equal. I'm affirmative action with porn, okay? I watch black porn, I watch white porn, I watch Mexican porn. And you know, and the best part about Mexican porn is I don't understand what's going on. It's like a telenovela. You know, I'm just like, turn the subtitles on, motherfucker. I want to hear the story. Mexican porn has the best storylines. They're always related. I think that says something about Mexico. I don't know. Tell me I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? When have you ever watched Mexican porn and they're not cousins? That's all I'm saying. All right, let's move on. What do we want to talk about? I don't know. I hate that fucking autism was co-opted by the whites. That shit fucking pisses me off. Because so many fucking white girls are like, I don't like when someone looks me in the eyes. I'm so autistic, you know? And it's like, you're at best mildly autistic. Like, that's not even, like, the bad end of autism is like fucking not being able to wipe your own ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, the bad end of autism is like running into traffic because you saw a gold shiny object in the road, you know? That's bad autism. Fucking not being able to have a conversation is just like fucking white girl autism. Alright, maybe it's just because I work in autism. I work in special education, which is probably not the best way to say I work in autism, but like, I dabble in autism, you know. Sometimes I act autistic, you know. I really like trains. I don't know. I think it's funny to get real autistic when you're fucking a girl, you know? When you're fucking a girl and you're like, you know, math is cool, you know? I don't know. Autism feels like it's like a get out of jail free card. Because have you ever met a really autistic dude? Those dudes have it the fucking best. They just get snacks provided by their parents and they just like chill out. You know, at worst they have to take a bus once a week. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's like the bad. Autism is a cheat code to surviving the 21st century. You know, because like, I'm fucking on Tinder. None of us are getting any pussy anyways. We might as well be autistic. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit's not going good. We're not, do any of us think we're gonna start a family in LA? Like, do any of us, are we like, we're gonna meet the girl of our dreams, thank you, and settle down in Los Angeles? No, we might as well be autistic, right? And what's holding us back? Let's just wear fucking light up shoes and fucking talk about Disneyland 24/7. What the fuck's wrong with that? I love Disneyland. I'll finish off with some one-liners for you guys. Did you guys know the best girlfriends are like tacos? They're sold on the street for cheap. Alright, there we go. Alright, fuck. Did you guys know that fatherhood is a full-time job? Well, I guess in that case, my dad's unemployed. But anyways, I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much. This was me doing comedy. Yeah, thank you. Alright. I didn't know if it was really happening.
So, you ever seen the show Love on the Spectrum?
Yes, yeah, of course. I like the Australian version better.
So I'm watching it, right? And there's a girl on there named Danny or whatever, right?
Yeah.
I told my sister, I was like, oh, she's cute, you know, shit, like, as a joke.
Some of the autistic girls are kind of bad.
And then she's like, oh, that's good for you. I'm like, what the fuck you mean? Like, you think I'm autistic? What the fuck? Like,
who's that one dude that's all getting popular now? I forget his name.
Long hair?
No, the kind of balding guy. I think his name's like Connor or something like that.
Yeah, he's great.
I'm jealous of his fucking relationship with his girl.
She's cute.
He found his little brunette he's in love with, bro. And I'm like happy for him, but I'm also a little bit mad because like, why the fuck does an autistic guy have love before me?
I was like,
It's just horseshit.
Why don't they make the show for normal people? Like,
Literally, I need way more help than an autistic guy. Like, I have like real life problems, you know, like these autistic guys just get supported by their parents, but like, what are you supposed to do when you can't afford to pay for Olive Garden? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's that show.
Right.
How old are the kids that you're an autism, right? So how old are they?
Yeah, they're not even kids. They're like 18 to 22 year olds.
Wow.
What's your like favorite story of one of the 18 to 22 year olds?
Alright, well, there's this girl named Kira. Here, hold up. I got a picture of Kira in my wallet.
I'm gonna block out the names.
She's such a sweet little girl. No. She's literally like, she's such a sweet little girlie. And she just tries her best to just be
You
like,
have a picture of her?
yes, straight up. I have a picture. Here, see? Look at her. That's Kira right there.
Awesome.
That's her.
Aw.
I think she turned 20 years old in that picture.
Yeah.
Does she know she's in your wallet?
No, she doesn't. She's like,
You might as well pass it to the audience.
No, we're not doing
We're doing a 30.
No, but she's like a mimic. So like everything you say, like her brand of autism, her flavor of autism, is anything you say, she repeats it. So like if she hears a song, she doesn't necessarily like know, she'll just make the lyrics to the song. So like, have you ever heard that Katy Perry song, Black Widow? Where it's like, Black Widow baby, you know?
Yeah.
She makes like songs to that. So there's like a point in that song, it's like the chorus, and she's like created this lyric where it's like, shake your beef. And like she sings it, she'll go, shake your beef so sussy. That's like what she says. And like, I don't know, it's just fucking hilarious being able to like at any time be like, Kira, shake your beef. And she'll just be like, shake your beef. And like, she just like does a little dance. You're like, all right, Kira, what the fuck are you talking about?
Time than we are, for sure.
It's fun.
No, I mean, autistic kids are awesome, but they're also like fucking straight up autistic. So like, after you hang out with them for a while, you're like, am I fucking autistic? You know?
Yeah, I guess when I watch the show, I'm like, man, I like Batman that much. What the fuck?
Yeah, it blurs the lines. You start to think like, fuck, dude, I do a lot of the same shit, you know? And like, I'll catch myself sometimes doing shit that they do. Like, whenever I get really worked up about something, I'll think about like my students that get really worked up, and then I'll be like, I'm fucking just an autistic, like, fucking dumb little kid. Like, I need to calm down, you know?
They're also 18 to 22, so I don't know why you keep saying little kid, but
Because they are. They're literally kids. Like, I know they're adults, but like, dude, when you're wiping someone's ass, that's a little kid.
okay, fair.
You know?
Do you have, or any of the of your little kids, are they like, you know how they say like some of the autistic people have superpowers, like just really fucking good at math or really like
Super strong.
Well, there's one Down syndrome kid. His name's Josh. Well, I can't say his full name. His name's Joshy, and he's like full on like a little fucking silverback 8. Like he's fucking strong as hell. I swear to God, bro. That dude's got that fucking. If he hugs you, he might, you know, like he's a little bit too strong. He doesn't know what to do with it.
Pretty
You know?
scary.
Yeah, you know, he's a big old black kid from fucking like, I think he's from, Nigeria. He's straight up from Nigeria. If I said his last name, you'd be like, oh, okay, that makes sense. But he's fucking strong. Like, he's a big ass motherfucker. Like, he will fuck you up on accident, you know?
Even though he's not an American Down syndrome kid, does he still like booze and sandwiches?
Wait, I'm sorry. I didn't get past not an American Down syndrome kid. Wait, what was...
I've only heard about American Down syndrome kids
No,
liking
there's no
grilled cheese
difference.
sandwiches and boobs. So I was like, maybe from Nigeria he likes dicks and
No, he's not like the Black Panther of Down syndrome kids. Like, that's not... Down syndrome crosses borders, you know what I'm saying? Like, that shit is like fucking like, I guarantee you, if you put Down syndrome people in charge, they would work that shit out. You know what I'm saying? Like, if every president of every nation was one of their Down syndromes, then I promise you they would get to the bottom of that shit. They got a language. They for sure are, it's like whales. Like, you can tell they're communicating, but you don't really know what they're saying. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're like, oh shit, there's a pecking order. And Josh is at the top. Like, he's big shit, because he's like semi-aware, you know? Like, Down syndrome kids compared to severe autistic kids, like Down syndrome kids kind of, like, they're kind of running shit.
Yeah, they know what they're doing.
Yeah, they're not like Down syndrome kids. You shouldn't discount. Like they know what they do. They sometimes have like weird motives. Yeah, but like they know how to like achieve shit. If that makes sense. Like these kids, a lot of them. The severe autistic kids, those are like like those kids are a little bit off, they're off their knockers. But the Down syndrome kids, they're with it,
Yeah. You have one more question? Or
You want to bet on the Special Olympics? I can give you some insider knowledge.
What's the next one?
Is Joshy competing for the weightlifting?
And he should. I don't know. He's so fucking lazy. Like chances are he's probably not.
Damn.
Like that kid doesn't want to do shit. You know what I'm saying? That's the downside of the Down syndrome. There's probably a few.
A few downsides.
There's a few downsides to Down syndrome.
A couple downsides.
And that's one thing I've had a problem with. Why do they call it AIDS? You think they would call it detracts, because it doesn't really aid anything, Okay, all right. No, I know. I'm sorry. I'm so
Holding on to that one.
I think it's an abbreviation.
You got a college degree.
I would rename it just so no one got it on accident thinking it was a positive,
I need help.
Yeah, you can't say you're positive for AIDS because that just makes me think I got a lot of help,
The president's like, I need my AIDS.
I'm very positive about the AIDS I have.
All right, well, thank you, Jerry.
All right, thanks you guys. All right,
I'll go next.
oh god.
How you guys doing tonight? Alright, and Walter, the producer. Alright, that's my nickname I just gave myself right this minute. Let's see, let me pull out this little phone real quick.
Didn't you say that earlier, Walter the producer?
That's me. I like to produce shit. I don't like to be in front of the camera. I like to tell people who hold the camera what to do. Let's see. Alright, so I have a friend. His name's Andres. My nickname for him is Alphabet because he has a lot of issues. He has IBS, he has OCD, he's LGBT, he's a BLT, he's a fat bitch. Nah, I'm just kidding. That was actually a roast thing I wanted to make for him, but we went to Mexico. I was going to roast him. Let's see. So I've been in school for like the last 2 months, and I'm in school for business. So and every day, it's all we've been talking about is tariffs. Like every day I go in, what's in the news? Tariffs. Like every fucking day. It's kind of fun learning stuff like alongside the president. Like, oh, we're learning what a tariff is together. That's kind of cool. It's like going to law school with Obama. Like, who does that shit? That's kind of cool. Let's see here. Let's see. So, what? Damn, I wrote something alright, but I gotta figure it out later. Let's see, anyway, tariffs. So, I was actually thinking this place is in like a predominantly Asian area, so I don't know if we're gonna hold it keep this place open for very long. Things are starting to get, these Asian jokes starting to get a little expensive. I don't know. Jesus. Something there. Alright, let's see. Let's do kind of an oldie. You ever somebody tell you, hey, remember this one thing, right? When you're leaving the house, remember to grab my backpack, right? But with me, I think I have this type of ADHD where I kind of I self-gratify by remembering, I remember I gotta grab the backpack, and then that gratifies me enough to not do it. You know what I mean? So I just leave, and I'm like, I remember to grab the backpack. I didn't grab the backpack, but I remembered. That's actually, I don't know, I like that. I kind of like it. Because that actually happens. You ever do that? You're like, I remember to remember that.
Yeah.
All right, let's see here. Let's read this one together. All right, let's see. Oh, okay, never mind. That was like the same shit. All right, let's see here. Okay, so like autism, right? Oh yeah, don't worry about the squeaking and shit. There's bird cage right there. Last time we had a show here and people were like, I think there's rats right there. And I was like, Jesus Christ. There's really a bird cage right there. But let's see. So like autism, I don't know. I think I was watching the show, so I kind of have a lot of autism material too. So, you know, autism's like an infatuation, usually with like one topic, like trains or you know superheroes or something. So it's like, like gay dudes just like that for cock? Like, is that the thing? Like, I wrote that last week. Let's see. So it's like, oh, I really love this. Let's do some oldies as well. Let's do a good punchline. So, you guys know veterans aren't allowed on military bases? You guys know that? Veterans aren't allowed on military bases?
What?
Yeah, they don't want a bunch of homeless people walking around. Let's see. I can say that I'm a veteran, actually.
You're a veteran?
Yeah, we'll talk about it right now, actually. Let's see here. So, let's do some ones that didn't work in past open mics. All right, so I watched this porn the other day, and it said, the title said, I want to be famous. That 1,000 bottles of baby oil couldn't save her, right? And I watched this, and I was like, one of them would have been fine. One bottle would have worked. That's a little too much. A little overkill. All right. Let's see. Spirit Airlines has a new ad out. It says, "Feel like millions for tens," you know, and like I don't know if it's them like closing up shop because I think something about like Spirit Airlines isn't doing great. So it's like, what are you doing to these people, Spirit Airlines? Like, are you like giving them like crack before they fly on the plane? Like that's Jesus Christ. That's how I feel like millions for tens. Jesus. All right. Let's see. Gotta delete that one. Let's see. Okay, let me give you guys a classic, and then I'm gonna sign off. Let's see. My girl, she said, men are such dogs, right? And I was like, why? What do you mean? She was like, well, I bet if there was like a table and there was like 30 dicks on the table, I bet I could pick out yours in like a second. And I was like, I don't think I could do that with your pussy. I think I would have to try them out first. You know? I'll probably, then I would do that and I'll get to like number 30 and I'll be like, I think it was number 5. Oh yeah, well, I'll leave it there. All right.
Walter the producer.
What were you a veteran of?
Army. I was in the Army for 4 years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, in Washington. That's why I was in Washington for 4 years. Yeah. It was a good time. It was fun. Went to Korea for like 9 months. Then came back.
Which one?
What? South Korea? Yeah.
You were in North Korea?
Well, if he was in North, I'd be like, wow, really, thank you for
I
your
was
service.
3 miles from the North. At one
Three
point.
mi- oh,
3
wow.
miles.
What was your MOS? What were you like?
92 Alpha. I was logistics. I was
Oh.
dispatching vehicles and ordering parts for trucks and shit like that.
What did you do? Major League Soccer? What did you say?
No.
MOS. It's like
His job in the military.
military special, whatever,
Oh,
your
cool.
job name, basically.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So I was basically a guy at AutoZone, but just for the military. Stocking the shelves and ordering parts and shit, basically.
Okay.
Yeah, logistics.
Still, thank you for your service.
Yeah, thank you.
Was it the most exciting part of your life or the most boring part of your life?
There's been some fun parts, I guess. That one was okay. It was cool. Like a lot of people. Well, some parts were shitty. A lot of parts were shitty, but there's some good parts. Yeah.
What was the weirdest thing that happened in South Korea?
I thought you were about to say in general, but.
Let's go in general. If
In
there's a
general,
better
okay,
story.
in general,
yeah.
I'll go soccer. In general, is when you sign up for the military, you don't know that they have to do a full bodies like look at you, right? So they have the world's oldest man at this thing called MEPS, right? And he just like looks at buttholes all day. So you literally have to bend over, spread your cheeks, show him your butthole, and then he's laid down on like a table and he feels your stomach for hernias and stuff. But this guy was so old, he forgot he checked my butthole and he checked it twice. So that was pretty good.
Wait, okay, hold
Now
on.
you're dating.
There he is.
Checking it twice. Trying to figure out if you've been naughty or nice.
And he's straight, this man.
I don't know.
You don't know.
He's
And-
the world's oldest man, that's all I know.
So you said they check why did they check your butthole when you're dead?
I guess I think they check everything.
So
You
they check
can
your
tell a
dick
lot
as well?
about a man by his butthole.
Yeah.
Just for the
well,
record.
I think it's also for what's that
It's
thing
like
you
the
get
rings
when
of
you-
a tree.
What's that thing you get when you get like holes, like cuts on your butt? Like what is it called?
Hernias.
Not hernia. When you wipe too much. What's it
Oh
called?
shit.
Oh.
OCD.
Hemorrhoids.
Hemorrhoids. Yeah,
Hemorrhoids.
that's a big issue, I guess, for some people. So like,
Hemorrhoids?
shout out. Yeah,
How do you
hemorrhoids.
know if you have hemorrhoids?
You have like
You can't sit
scratches
down.
and bumps on your butthole
Yeah.
from like friction from like wiping too much.
Huh.
Or other
Your
stuff.
butt. You can't sit down and you didn't have fun last night.
Or you sit on like flat surfaces a lot, you know. If you have like no ass, I guess it just like fucks up your butthole, I guess.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
But
so-
you know because it hurts,
Yeah,
right?
no, yeah, I was fine. I was so good they shipped me off like in 2 weeks. It was crazy. Some people were like, I waited 6 months, 9
Oh, wow.
months to get shipped off. I was like 2 weeks later, I was out of
I mean,
here.
you're so good.
I
You
was
checked
so
it
good,
twice and
yeah.
it was good
You
both
checked it
times.
twice,
Yeah,
yeah.
wow.
Do you think that your butthole influenced you getting shipped off so early? Like he was like, hey, this guy's got a great
Yeah,
butthole.
double
Let's
time.
send him to
It's
Korea.
a prime hole.
Let's send him to Korea.
Yeah.
They're gonna be ready for his butthole over there.
So here's another crazy fact. That they do AIDS tests at the fucking,
AIDS?
they do blood tests. So they check you for drugs, they check you for AIDS, they check you. 'cause
Only
that's like one of the things, the limiting.
How much
right?
fucking was going on in basic training?
Not much.
What?
Right? So they asked the guy that was doing the test, they're like, hey, has anybody ever popped up positive right here, right? And he's like, yeah, it happens like once a week, where people find out they have AIDS at the MEPS, yeah.
Whoa.
AIDS is
Trying to
that
sign up for the
common?
military, they find out they
Oh,
they
shit.
tried it.
Wow.
That's crazy, right?
And they can't. You can't.
Imagine trying to join the army and you get denied because of AIDS.
Yeah.
I couldn't serve for my
Send that motherfucker to Iraq.
God forbid he farts.
I think, yeah, because like, you know, what if you get shot and then you're profusely bleeding, then you're exposing, I guess, more people to it. So,
what
well,
about-
it's like you need treatment, you know, so a lot of stuff that you need like constant treatment for, like diabetes, other diseases, you can't sign up because you need constant treatment. And if you're in a war zone, there's probably not that. So that's why they're.
Okay, well, if part of the reason AIDS is like the blood,
You're right.
wouldn't any STD be an issue?
Cause okay, so in Korea, like, there's this one chick that was going around, and the whole company, Bco, ended up coming up positive for herpes. So I don't think they don't give a fuck about herpes, gonorrhea, all that other shit. But I think because that one's like a bigger thing that messes with like immune system, maybe.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
Dude, if you're past 25 and you don't have herpes, you're not even doing it right, you know?
I don't. I'm not doing it right.
And as we learned, it's not an airborne disease.
It's not everyone's-
Well, herpes never killed anyone.
She spits it at me, maybe. Craziest thing that happened in Korea was they have red light districts in Korea.
Really?
My
Oh,
Korean
shit.
friend took me to one. We didn't participate, but they literally
Sure.
are like it's like back alleys like this, but like it's like glass, and these women are just like in their makeup chair. And they're just like dressed up, ready to go, surgeryed up. They have like little noses and shit, and like weird. They look like aliens. And they get picked up, or they get taken to the back room, and they're.
How much is a Korean hand
I
job?
have no idea.
$45?
Probably.
With a condom.
It's gotta be less. This is Korea. Shit doesn't seem right. You're in the service. Did you ever get a military discount on a hand job?
They like would go out of their way to avoid us because they would see like, oh, Americans, let's not fuck with them.
Because the penis is too big. That comes
Yeah,
right?
right.
That's
Yeah.
fucking racist.
Oh, it's so big.
It's racial.
Did you just do?
Yeah. So you know what's crazy? Because I've had
I
massages
think
before.
you did.
I've had massages without that, and like she's massaging you, right? So I've gotten on, and they were like, "Oh, it's big." I'm like, "What the fuck?"
How did you feel in that moment?
I was just like, "Thank you." I was trying to get a massage here, dude.
Thank you. And fun fact: if there were 30 dicks here, my girlfriend, she could tell which one.
Yeah, massages are good though. I love massages. Like they're so good. Have you ever had one?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
I've had a
happy
rub.
ending ones or the
No, just normal massage.
Yes, normal.
I've had
Normal
both.
is so good.
You've had both?
I've had both.
Congratulations.
Have you not? Oh, does Korea do happy endings too? Is that just Thailand?
They offer.
They offer.
They offer.
Oh, so it's a possibility. Do you pay
It's a
extra?
possibility.
He said
But
no out of
my
respect
thing
for
is,
the
if you get
culture.
caught over there, and like you're meant to come back at a certain time, and you get caught, you're kind of fucked. So you have to stay there overtime. I'm not trying to do that.
That
You
makes
know what I
sense.
mean?
That
So
makes
yeah,
sense.
that's yeah. Well,
When you were getting jacked off by a Korean broad, did you feel a real respect for the American culture?
As a God bless America.
Did you feel like you were conquering in the name of America?
Jesus Christ. A little bit. All right. Well, that's my time. I think.
Amazing.
Thank you guys.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
All right. The topic for today is autism and AIDS.
Alright, I was just about to talk about both autism and AIDS. Hi, everybody. Thank you for coming.
All right.
Alrighty, let's see. What do we talk about? Oh, I know. Let's talk about Kanye West. Let's talk about what a mess. Let's talk about all the anti-Semitism we digest. Let's talk about a dumbass who loves himself so much he actually thinks Hitler would overlook the fact that, I don't know, he doesn't have blonde hair, he doesn't have blue eyes, and oh yeah, he's not white! I don't get it. My friends are like, oh, he's bipolar, right? He's not on his medication. First of all, disability, another thing Hitler would not like. Second of all, what kind of medication makes you not anti-Semitic?
Yeah.
Hitler was addicted to cocaine, you know that?
Yeah.
True. Elon's addicted to ketamine, right? Kind of weird. What's it called? Elon's on a downer, Hitler's on an upper, and somehow Elon's Heil Hitler was the most aggressive Heil Hitler I've ever seen in my life. I don't get it. Kanye's not even good at being anti-Semitic. Like the other day, he was in an interview talking about his Jewish doctor, right? He got caught on CCTV footage eating a bagel and lox. Is his next rap video gonna have him dancing the hora? I don't understand it. He's like a closeted homosexual, but like a closeted Jew. Like one of those old senators who's like, oh, I hate faggots, let me abolish faggots, and then he's getting like a hand job from some fucking prostitute. Yeah. I don't know if you guys remember, but a few years ago, when Kanye went on his first little anti-Semitic run on Twitter, he goes DEFCON 3 on all the Jews, right? And I don't know if you know what DEFCON means, but DEFCON 1, first of all, he said death instead of death. Okay. DEFCON 1 is basically we're at a, state of war, nukes at the ready. DEFCON 5, right, peace. He said DEFCON 3. If you think I can snap my fingers and make a hurricane appear out of thin air, don't you think we deserve at least the DEFCON 2? Like, what the fuck? Pissed me off. Feel like anti-Semitism's been really bad lately. Like, where's the creativity? The uniqueness. The Germans had it figured out, right? They were like, oh, the Jews have horns. Okay, that's kind of, weird. I like it. Now it's a bunch of compliments. The Jews control the banks. Thank you? I don't know. Like, come up with something new, right? Like, oh, Jews control Christmas, right? I know Christians think they control it, but who's making all the money? Christmas is a very carefully calculated business decision, okay? The first company to produce string lights, right? Jews. Movies, Home Alone, Jew. Elf, Jew. It's a Wonderful Life, Jew, right? We wrote most of your best songs. Let It Snow, White Christmas, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Silver Bells, Jew, 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 Jew. It's one big train of Jews. Okay. It's a slow burn now. It's a slow burn.
Yeah.
I was watching YouTube, and apparently some people claim that Jews killed Jesus, right? It's like, first of all, where's your evidence, right? It's hearsay, okay? Second of all, it has nothing to do with you. It's a Jew-on-Jew crime. It's an internal matter. Just fuck off. I don't get it. I was taking a look at the New York Times, and they said that apparently some Christians believe that Jesus wasn't even Jewish, right? It's delusional, okay? I mean, only a Jew learns about his impending public execution and says, let's have one last meal, you know? Remember what he said at that meal? One of you will betray me. Oh, sounds like my mother at every goddamn meal I've ever had. Only a Jew turns water into wine. Right? It's a pretty Jewy move, right? If you live long enough, you would have bottled that shit, I'm telling you. Only a Jew walks on water to avoid swimming. Oh no. No, I guess it just proves that Jesus was black.
Yeah.
No, okay, never mind. Okay. Let's see, where we go. Oh, okay. So you have to realize that in Judaism, right, Jesus and I are like equivalent, right? We're just two regular Jewish Joe Schmoes. The only difference is Jesus had a foot fetish, you know? People always tell me that, you know, he was just a good person. And I'm like, please. There's easier ways to show humility than that, right? I'm just happy he wasn't a butt guy.
Yes.
Oi, right? You know, but at the end of the day, we're more similar than not, okay? You know, I have a face care routine, black don't crack, right? We're both circumcised, which, by the way, as a bisexual Jew, I can confidently ask, why aren't y'all snipping your tips? I don't get, I'm telling you, it's worth it, just for the tickle of the breeze. It's really nice. You know, Jesus was a carpenter, right? I like to roll around on carpets naked, especially in the summer months, you know, like July. I know it's a little weird that, you know, we're like in April and I'm doing Christmas jokes, but truth of the matter is I didn't actually write any of these jokes, right? I didn't want to do this set even. Like really, it was all immaculate conception, if I'm being honest. Yeah. Do I still have time?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll keep going. Now I'm going to do jokes from other sets. So growing up bi, a little complicated, right? Because it's like my first crush as a kid, Selena Gomez. Loved her. Obsessed with her, right? Thank you. And then Justin Bieber came into the picture. Was pissed. I was fucking pissed. Because on one hand, right, it's my girl, and on one hand I was like, fuck you, Justin, right? But on the other hand, I was like, I kind of want to fuck you, Justin, right? It's difficult. And now she's engaged, right? Benny Blanco. Yeah, my friends messaged me. They were concerned. They were like, are you okay? How are you doing with this news, right? And I was like, are you kidding me? I'm fucking ecstatic. Have you seen him? She's marrying an uglier Jew than me. Yeah. I had a chance this entire fucking time. This is huge. It's huge news. Let's see. Where do I go? I mean, I'll end on this. I'm working on this joke. This is a true story. You know, I was in Ukraine in 2014. 2 weeks after I leave, Putin attacks Crimea for the first time, right? Year and a half ago, I was in Israel. 2 weeks after I leave Israel, that fucking war happens. So I don't know what it is, but I'm some sort of bad luck, I guess. So I'll end on this. I say all the I'm going to Canada next week, so just thought I'd let you guys know. Yeah. I think that's 5, yeah?
Oh, you're good.
I'm good? Just keep going?
Oh, well, I thought you were kidding.
Oh.
No, you're good. Yeah.
I can keep talking, I can stop. I don't know. How much time are we supposed to get? I have no idea.
5 minutes.
5 minutes.
That was good. That was great.
Oh, thank you.
So actually, I met you at Flappers, right?
Yeah,
That's where I met you? Yeah. You were doing a Yoo-hoo room?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's like a crazy room, huh?
It's an interesting room. Yeah. I've only been there with like 18 people max, so I don't know what it's like when it's actually sold out.
Nice.
Do you think there's a chance Kanye's just mad that Passover is coming up and he's gonna have to eat matzah?
Dude, why would he have to eat matzah?
God, what are you talking about? That's what he's fucking upset. He's He's a closeted Jew. You have to eat matzah for a week and you'll be in a bad mood, I promise
You
you.
even make the
That's
shirt.
No, actually, when Kanye went on his most recent little rant,
Right.
AI made a video with like celebrities
Okay.
all wearing their shirts.
Oh, yeah.
And then I Googled it and someone had made it into a shirt, so yeah.
With the
It's
fucking
a great shirt.
Star of David in the middle of the
Yeah.
middle finger.
Someone came to me and he was like, I looked at your shirt and I thought it was like a pro-Palestine thing, but I didn't understand how Kanye was involved. I was like, so why would it be a pro-Palestine? Like what?
Part of that is pro-Palestine.
I think they were like, fuck you to the Jews. Kanye.
It could weirdly be pro-Kanye. It could weirdly be a pro-Kanye.
Fuck you, Jews. Oh my God.
Like, I'm on board with what he's saying.
Next to Kanye, like he said it.
Yeah, quotation marks. Wayne Gretzky, Kanye.
You know, it's funny. I've had that thought too about Jesus is black and Jewish. Like he's like Drake. You know what I mean?
He is like,
yeah.
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 I just spent a lot of time around prostitutes.
Without all the pedophilia stuff.
That's true. That's true. I will say though that you bring up what's called. I don't know. Kanye's pissed about that he has to eat matzah on Passover, but don't you think Jesus was a little pissed at his last meal that it had to have? He had to have matzah and not bread.
Definitely. I'd be fucking pissed myself.
And
Yeah.
he was a Jew, so he complains like, I don't understand it. And someone's like, it's your last meal, Jesus. I'm sure you can have a little bread. God will
As a Christian who lives in a kosher house, matzah is such bullshit. Like, what the fuck? Why do I need to remember suffering? Like, by this?
I have to eat gluten-free matzah on top of
That's fucking so bad. That's so
The
shitty.
most Jewish thing about Drake is that in response to Kendrick, he sued him. Like that's like the most like, Jewish thing you could have done. It's all right. Any more questions? Or
What do you, when you, like, are you legitimately mad about Kanye, or just as, like, a fellow, like, Jewish person, are you just kind of like, yeah, if
Full
I
on.
get it,
I
It
don't
doesn't
get
even
it.
seem like he hates Jews.
I know.
He just seems like he had a bad business interaction with a fucking agent.
Full honesty, I fully believe that he snapped when his mother died, and he has problems when he goes off his medication. He goes on a bunch of shit and then says a bunch of shit. And honestly, my opinion on it is it's good for his stand-up. So, like, keep going, Kanye. But I'm not like worried about he says like Jews control Hollywood. It's like yeah, like
they started it.
we started Hollywood. Like, I don't know.
It's Warner Brothers. Like,
It's the same thing with like Jews
everywhere.
and the money stereotype. You know why there's a money stereotype? Because in Spain, Christians couldn't loan money to Christians, so what do? Put the Jews in charge of the money, and then they're like, oh, you guys are money hungry. It's like, you put us here. Like, it just, yeah. So,
I don't know.
Wait, so you spent some time in Israel?
I did Birthright, if you know what that is.
Yeah.
Basically, every Jew gets a free trip to Israel. It's like a donation program from age 18 to 26.
How was it?
It was great. So it's a 10-day program, but then you have a flight there and a flight back, and it's all covered. But you can extend your flight back up to 90 days. So I ended up staying in Israel for the 10 days plus 2 weeks. Then me and my cousin went to like 9 countries in Europe, and then flew back to Israel, spent another month there, and went to like Jordan. So it was like a good 3-month fucking trip. It was great. Yeah.
How old?
How old was I? This was like literally, I'm 26, so 24, I think I was.
Good age.
Yeah, 24.
That's fine.
It was great. It was great. And then came back and,
It all blew up.
Oh, my cousin was still there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
The festival and shit.
He was not at the festival though. He was in Yeshiva in Jerusalem, which is actually the best place to be because they care about Jerusalem, so they weren't going to bomb Jerusalem.
Right.
However, this I got before the war. So I got it at a farm. So there's a farm in the desert, and for like 30 years in the desert, they've been growing vegetables and wheat and all this shit. And it's right by the Gaza border. And so because they have the Iron Dome and they shoot down missiles, a lot of the metal gets dropped on the farm. So his friend sculpts like menorahs and Star of David. So this is made from a Hamas rocket.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
How much was that?
It actually wasn't that expensive. I don't even remember. I know, Jew. Whoa. Maybe if the non-Jew wanted to buy it, he'd be like, "Well, there's a markup."
Yeah, that was nice. I'm probably gonna cop my one of those two. That's pretty sick. That's cool.
Yeah.
When did you start comedy?
When did I start?
Yeah.
6 months ago?
Oh wow.
You started comedy 6 months ago?
Yeah.
When did you start, by the way?
I started before fucking COVID. Like, I've been doing this shit for the longest time, man.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I mean, off and on, you know, like whenever my fucking finances have permitted it.
That's important.
Yeah.
Very important. Yeah.
But yeah. Any other questions?
Solid jokes, man. 6 months? That's crazy. I already have like sets.
My teacher is, I have a teacher, he's fucking godlike.
Comedy
I
teacher?
don't, yeah, Greg Dean, I don't know if you guys heard of him, but he,
I went with Greg Dean.
you know Greg Dean?
Yeah, I did classes with him.
Yeah, I'm still in classes right now with him. I'm in my 5th round of, yeah,
He's really good.
he's really good. He changed it because I didn't know how to even, like I wanted to. I moved here for acting, right? But stand up, I love making people laugh. And so I always wanted to do it, but I tried it like once in college, like 5 years ago. And like, it was fine. I never bombed, right? But like I came here, my friend was like, let's write. And like, I wrote it, but too many words, like I couldn't figure out what. And then my friend told me, he's like, this class, and I took it. And now it all just like,
That's perfect.
it's fantastic. I get it now, so.
How much do they charge?
What?
How much do they charge?
Honestly, not that much. I feel like it's like $2.99. So you start with level 1.
Like,
No.
or-
No, it's like, it's a 6-week period. And then it ends with a showcase at the Improv. But that's level 2. So level 1, you start, it's 5 weeks. I think it's cheaper than that. But he teaches you joke structure. He teaches you memorization technique. His memorization technique, which is super helpful, basically.
Whoa, don't give any free advertising. What's going on over there? Hold on.
Hey, man.
No, get back over here.
I'm to the 40 people in the audience. Because
Whoa, we need a little cut in from here. The laughing pickle is gonna need to see a dime, okay?
No, but yeah, so he teaches you like memorization technique because he says instead of memorizing like word for word, he memorizes picture, sounds, and feelings. So then you're like, you see it instead of remembering it, like you live the story because you act everything out, which gets you out of the words and out of your head. And he teaches you act outs. And then after you learn that in level 1, you go to level 2, and then you just keep doing level 2. And it's just every week you write jokes.
Interesting.
He also does in level 2, you could do crowd work, roasting, or hosting track. Yeah. He's great. He's great.
Sounds great.
Mhm.
Definitely. Alright. That's cool. Alright.
Thank you all.
Yeah, man.
Wait, you're offering comedy classes too, right?
Yeah.
Let's get in on this. Hold on. Yeah, we'll get you prepared for any show. What the fuck you mean? Come over here and give us a little pickle tickle, and we'll fucking get you going.
Alright, well, thank you guys for coming out. It was fun as hell. It's gonna go on YouTube probably on Monday, and I'm gonna cut out some of the comedy bits so that we'll just do the talking stuff so I can clip it. But yeah, awesome. Thank you guys. And have a good night.
Thank you.